So, another bizarre day in the marketplace, to say the least. I mean, Nasdaq and S&P have just been not really doing anything. Trump and Canada. I'm getting bored of Trump, really, in the sense where he's. Oops, let me just kill that. That's too loud. Yeah, in the sense that he's just having conversations all bloody day in the marketplace. Market goes up, holds, goes down, holds, goes up, holds, and then does nothing. We don't really have a trending market. There's a lot of wait and see and what happens, which leads me into tonight's theme. Bitcoin summit to hold on to. What do we mean by that? Well, you've got the summit coming into play on March the 7th. There's a lot of hype behind it. But hopefully by the time you watch this live, you'll understand exactly what you've got to be careful of, because anytime Trump talks about crypto, it does something wonderful and then does something disastrously wonderful. So I'm just going to use this time to just get you guys prepared for that absolute BS. And then, of course, let's see if we can actually pull something out of this market. With that being said, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Mad love and respect. So are we going to get higher on the 4-hour chart? I don't think so. You know what, guys? Taking any concepts like in trading, it's just all about focusing on the way price is moving. Don't look at indicators, just focus on way price is moving. Like this, euro, again, another 1.54% gain to the upside. What an absolute joke. Euro is performing better than Ethereum. It moves better than Ethereum. I mean, everything in cryptocurrency is XRP formation. Don't you understand that you are holding onto crypto so that Trump can pump it and then dump it to you? Do you understand that? That's what's going on. Honestly, man, it's getting frustrating watching this madness unfold. Wall Street thinks there's a recession coming into play as well. It's great. It's great news. Risk is off. Okay, so retail is selling, smart money is buying, and the risk factor is showing that everything is coming, well, everything's going down. And when you've got euro pumping up like this, and you've got your dearly beloved Japanese yen holding out with the back of that, we've got gold coming into play as well, trading sideways as it normally does. But nonetheless, let's go look at Bitcoin. What a day Bitcoin has had. It has come up to its previous high. Wonderful. Now, I did provide this setup earlier on, and it's been hard with the setups lately, guys. I'm being straight with you. But we wanted to see euro effectively today try and take a reversal down to then see it come straight back up to try and clear out the TP at 107,124. We had an entry at 106,757 and then, of course, 106,560. You go over to euro and you can see that the lowest point that they made today was 106,758. Okay, so it was just literally a point off the actual retrace, off the actual entry point. You would have taken that if it worked, if you took it, and then you would have seen a nice flavorsome move to the upside. Out of it all, I believe Bitcoin and the Nasdaq were the ones that came through. Okay, so if I just go into it, here is the Nasdaq right here. So we wanted to see Nasdaq take a little bit of a tumble to the downside. We wanted to see that happening, going testing towards the daily open. Sorry, going into the Asian session lows. Wanted to see 20,457, 20,517, with it coming all the way up to 20,732. We then go over to it, and then we had a nice little flavorsome move from that. So we had the drop down to 20,216. That's where they manipulated it, and then they marked it all the way back up towards 20,721, $10 off. So if anyone did take that trade on that principle, you would have been shaken out, quite frankly. Yeah, you would have been taken out on that stop loss, but I would have said to them all, make sure that you wait for Nasdaq to come down and then see the reversal on the Brinks box, which is what they did here. And Bitcoin did exactly the same thing too. Check this out. This was hard today. Trading Bitcoin was hard today, but this is the logic. What we wanted to see Bitcoin doing today was coming down and make an entry at 88,818. Okay, that's where the entry point was for me. Why? Because I wanted to see Bitcoin come down and retest the Asian session high to effectively make the move back up again. Now, obviously, you can see I want to see higher prices in Bitcoin. Okay, But what Bitcoin had done was it came really far, all the way down towards 87,587. But it stayed within our ranges in terms of the setup. So it did do okay, but it would have been difficult if you took the trade straight away and then it's come all the way down to then try and make the mark up. Now, you've only made about 2 grand on the move itself in the sense of from the actual entry point, but we were in the Discord together trading the logic that Bitcoin was going to sweep the vector candle, sweep the block trade, sweep the Brinks box, okay? And this is what had happened right here. They swept it there. And I said earlier on that what they did over here is what they were going to do today. And they did just that. Even though it's made a small move, you've got to understand the market's in wait and see mode. They are not putting any risk on the table because Trump says something, markets get screwed. Even if you just look at the Nasdaq and the S&P from the order flow perspective, okay? Just look at this, right? This is Nasdaq. No, we won't use that because it's too much of a small tick size. Look at this one. Look at this. You had the move from the morning. No, yeah, you had the move from 5 o'clock, which was the reversal to the upside. Okay. But there was too much consolidation. All right. You had all this BS from the morning and then sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, pump, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then it's just going to try and roll over. Gone are the days before Trump. Gone are the days where you get really, really nice trending price action on the Nasdaq. Because investors are trying to work out what's going to happen. Are we going to get interest rates cuts? Are we going to get all of that? What is going on? And it becomes very frustrating to trade that, especially when you're on the depth of market. But when you look at Bitcoin right now, ladies and gentlemen, you got to say to yourself, is everybody in awe of this crypto summit? All I'm going to say to you is this. This is when Trump started to endorse cryptocurrency, okay? And this is what happened straight after when everyone found out about it, okay? So the idea is this. If Bitcoin during this crypto summit, people are going to hear some great news about Bitcoin, okay? They are going to be forced to buy it. Bitcoin will pump up. Bitcoin will take out previous vectors, but you guys ain't going to do anything about it. Why? Because you're going to allow this to happen. That's why. You will all allow it. Not you, but you know what I'm saying. People that will hold on to Bitcoin with the idea that, oh, I can't wait for it to pump. Look, the words that will have to come out of Donald Trump's mouth are, we will buy as much Bitcoin as we can over a period of time. That's all you need to hear him say. He can say, yeah, Bitcoin should be part of the strategic reserve. And of course, we should recommend sovereign wealth funds to actually start getting involved in investing in Bitcoin. But he said something earlier on about sovereign wealth funds are going to be started up with this tariff story. Could you imagine the money they make off the tariffs gets put into Bitcoin? Trump's a businessman, yes or no? Why would you use your own capital to go and buy Bitcoin? Think about it. He's trying to reduce the US's debt. He's selling properties, cutting funds. He's trying to do all sorts. Print some more dollars, bro. Go buy some more Bitcoin. That devalues your dollar and improves the value of Bitcoin. But they ain't going to do that now, are they? No, they're going to use the tariffs to pay for it, which would be an ingenious idea, if I'm quite frank with you. Honestly, I feel like cryptocurrency is that a joke. Maybe that's a good feeling. Yeah, probably is a bit of a joke. I mean, cryptocurrency is a joke. I'm about to sell all of it. The whole country is a joke. And now we're hearing about how people feel about it. How do you feel about it all, ladies and gentlemen, is the question. So, Bitcoin jumps after Trump softens tariffs. Brilliant. You know, Bitcoin is now relying on tariffs. Fine. Tomorrow is Thursday. We got the Euro summit. You got main refinancing rate and then the monetary policy statement. They are due to cut the interest rates. That means the yield on the euro ain't going to be so great. Probably explains why all this is happening. Sorry, but you can't have the euro moving up so much with zero retrace. The pullback is going to be devastating, okay? So if the summit tomorrow and the monetary policy statement does not align with investors, then euro might actually come back down. However, if we just go over to this chart over here, we can see that the implied differential rate is looking very nice with a 1.79% gain on the euro, okay? And if we just go into the euro product itself and have a look at what the prospectus is for euro, where do we go for it? Here we go. So they are projecting that over time from April, you get 1.86%, and then 70 May, you're locking in 1.91%. Investors are capitalizing on this flavor right now with the euro, okay? And you can see that is evident with it moving up. Quickly going over into the bonds market, it's trading lower, and the stock market is moving up. But quite frankly, the stock market hasn't really gained that well. It is trading 0.9% up for the day. So to be honest with you, I'm not too excited about it, and neither is the market, because it's just doing nothing and going nowhere. That tells you that something is brewing right now, all right? Now, as we go into the calendar, going into Friday, we do have non-farm payrolls coming into play, and the labor market is showing that there is a little bit of weakness coming into play. Does that mean the Fed's going to be cutting the interest rates? Well, it all depends on what Powell says, because Powell on Friday is due to speak about the economic outlook at the University of Chicago at 5:30 UK time. So they're going to ask him questions. He's going to be like, they'll be asking him about the tariffs. He's probably going to turn around and say, I'm not allowed to speak anything on policy. So it's going to be another boring meeting, to be frank with you. Anyways, any questions, guys? Tino, are we testing the weekly 50 EMA on the Nasdaq? We probably are testing that, my friend. Let me have a look at that for you. I want to try and keep this live short and sweet. You know what? I'm just going to tell you when it's over, because every time I say that, I end up staying in for about an hour. All right, then, cool. Are we testing the weekly 50 EMA? Okay, probably. There you go. Yeah, we're near enough there. Okay, we haven't tested it. We haven't tested it. Don't look at this as the 50 EMA. This blue line is the 50 EMA. The cloud is completely different. It's like a volatility band, okay? Very different. But you can get information from the cloud, all right? So take that into consideration. Bang. Let's go back into it. Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Solanage. What do I want to say to you? ETF for Solana's coming into play. Let's have a look at the actual BlackRock ETF. Let's have a look at it. Ooh, it's coming down. So they're starting to get rid of it. Fidelity is moving Bitcoin, but not so much selling it. Coinbase has sent some Bitcoin to Grayscale. Man, yours 250,000. That's wasting my time. And Ethereum, just doing its nice, slow climb. Very choppy. That's dead. USDT, rolling back down. Green vector candle tells me that we are going to be coming back into that zone. So that means cryptocurrency and everything's going to pump over the weekend. Okay, so yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, hopefully. Any other questions? Here we go. Tina, do you reckon Trump thinks rare earths are actually planets? No, he doesn't, bruv, but nice. Good luck explaining what's a blockchain to Trump. Yeah, they're going to explain it to him pretty simply. This is how much money you can make from it. Okay, let's do it. What, you think he cares about the tech? You all voted for him because he endorsed your crypto. Now is the time to find out if you got your money's worth. Bitcoin looks like a giant W formation on the 8-hour time frame. There's a possibility that could be the case. Let's have a look. Yeah, huge W formation on the 8-hour time frame, and that would be wonderful. That would be great. It would be great. On a serious note, do you have any live news feed when trading? Yes, I have a live squawk playing all the time. A squawk that's continuously going. Just listening to them, just telling me what information. Now I do, because Trump it's just unannounced. And those guys are pretty quick with it, you know. So before, I never used to care about the squawk because there was nothing happening, you know. But now I have to pay attention to it. I have to pick my spots when I'm trading. I'm finding it very hard to trade lately. I'm using very small size, just trying to grab quick scalps. Nasdaq goes down. Oh my God, it's going down. No, it's not. It's going back up again. Oh no, it's not going up. It's going back down. Anyways, that's the sort of shit I'm having to work with. It's actually blowing my mind. Tina, do you think we'll recover the red vector camel? Probably not. They are afraid you tell them the truth that Bitcoin will reach 60K before 120. Are you actually scared of that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you actually think Bitcoin will go down? How many of you are in denial that Bitcoin... Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we will do. How many of you... Give me a price point and tell me how many of you actually think... Give me a price that you don't think Bitcoin will ever go down to. Give me a price you don't think Bitcoin will ever go down to. I just want to answer a question as well. Someone asked this earlier on about the Brinks box strategy. So there's the checklist. If you become a platinum member, this is the checklist that you'll get alongside another one, two, another, wait. The checklists themselves, there is one, two, yeah, there's 10 checklists. Okay. No, 9 checklists. 9 checklists when you actually join the platinum membership and you get access to the checklists on the hybrid system. They're effectively meant to be for have it at your side when you're watching the Brinks box. Okay. And this one checklist today was pretty much in guidance of what happened with Bitcoin today at the Brinks. Okay. It would have given you the heads up on what was going on inside of that range right there and what to look out for. If it can sweep and close back up above that point, happy days, and up she goes. Okay. So here are your prices. How did I know those nasty 8Ks are coming into play? All right, then. So we have got the first few, 76, 15, 17, 59, 70, 50, 40, 42. Here we go. I'm going to read the numbers. 11, 16, 65, 73, 30, 20, 20, 50, 8K, 8K, 10K, 12, 28, 50, 25, 20, 0, 40, 30, 15, 25, 70, $100, 50p. Nice. 49, $1. Crypto said it will never go to 44K. Okay, it will never go. Nasdaq gunning it right now. Is it? No, it's not, bro. Not at all. Yeah. All right. So it looks like, 31, 70, 0.1. That's a bit shocking. Bitcoin to, I think we forgot that Bitcoin did actually wick to 8K on BitMax or something. Yeah, but apparently it doesn't count. It doesn't count because it didn't. Anyway, it didn't count, apparently. It wicked to 8K and then came straight back up. I said it would hit 8K. I didn't say when. I didn't say how. I didn't say how long it would stay at 8K for. I said it would hit 8K. It hit 8K, and I don't hear anyone saying anything about 8K anymore. People do actually ask me when 8K, and I say to them it's been and gone. It went on BitMEX, so if you were using BitMEX, then you would have seen success, but you're probably using Binance, and never mind. I mean, we should have actually been using BitMEX, and then anyways. Tino, can you do a DOM masterclass for crypto? The reason I don't do a DOM masterclass for crypto is because it's just illiquid. In terms of something like this, so illiquid, it doesn't have any liquidity in there. The spreads are so bloody wide. But I mean, you can look at it on Mexo charts. Yeah, that's fine, but it's just very lightly traded. You can make assumptions from the depth of market with cryptocurrency. Not going to say you can't, because you've got something like this. I can change this to Bitcoin. Okay, so if I were to go over to this, change it to Bitcoin, what can you do on this? There's a lot of information you can get from it. Okay, so hypothetically, look, we wait for it to load up, and you can see there's orders coming in very slowly. It's a very small tick size, so I do need to increase my tick. But as you increase the tick size, you can see that the orders are slowly but surely starting to come in. Let's just change that to 200. There we go. There's your tick. Right. Okay, cool. So I can look at this and be like, okay, what have I got? I've got bids at 106 right there, 90,107. So someone wants to buy at that point. I'm looking up at the top of the book. It doesn't show me anything. All right. Because I've set it to only give me orders above 100. I'm not interested in 0.004 Bitcoin. Who the fuck is that? I'm not interested in that guy. He ain't moving no markets unless his name is Steve. And it will be 0.1 if he was going to move it. Here we go. So now you see all these bids. Someone's just bidded. We've got some orders above 41 and 50. So that's telling me that the bids are being hit. There could be downward side pressure because the bids are taking over. They're hitting the bid until they start offering the ask, which means price is going higher again. So you can use it. But if I were to if ExoCharts allowed you to transact on their platform, that would be wonderful. But they ain't doing that yet. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, Tino, do you see the recovery of the vector around the 93.5-ish before coming down in the short term? Guys, let me explain something to you. Just because, look, stop with this. It's going to go up to come down kind of thing. I get all of that. But try and get it out of your minds that you think that Bitcoin's going to come up, okay? And then once it hits the point that you think it's going to hit, or when it hits that point, it's going to come back down again. What if it doesn't? You've got to allow yourself the flexibility to say, I'm just going to see what happens when it hits that point. Because you'll have an expectation of saying, oh, it could come back down from this point because I said that it's going to recover that vector candle and then it's going to drop from that point. Logic says you would expect that because of the way price action behaves. Take out a previous high and then no one's around and then it comes back down again, right? But haven't you not asked yourself when it hits that high, comes back, you've sold and like, yeah, man, it's going to go back down again because I said it's going to go up to that point and then come back down. And then you find it keeps on going. Yeah? And people keep on building shorts when they see it comes up to recover a point and then they expect it to come back down again. So they're building shorts. The book is being filled with shorts because people all have that expectation. And when that expectation is trying to make that a fulfillment and try and get it out there and make it happen, they keep planting their shorts. Price keeps going up and up and up, and they get liquidated, they get margin called, and they keep adding to the margin, all because they had the expectation that it's going to go to that point and then it's going to come back down. If you think it's going to go up to that point, then decide what happens when it gets to that point and look at what it does. Yeah? That's what I think you should do, in my opinion. Tina, do you think Bitcoin cycles are out of trend? Yeah, because BlackRock doesn't rely on Bitcoin cycles. Okay, it buys it on people's behalf, but you're basically, you are getting retail, mums and dads of Wall Street, okay? The institutional traders do not give two damns about your Bitcoin cycle. They'll make reference to it, but when you got 150, nearly $200 million worth of capital, even $1 billion worth of capital, you're going to pull up that logarithmic chart, or you're going to call it the rainbow and say to the guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are, according to this chart, on a fire sale. How do you pitch that to a board of directors that manage or pay you to manage $1 billion portfolio or a $10 billion portfolio? They will literally say to you, here, man, take this coffee, your bonuses in, your check, off you go. You know? It's one of them ones. I've always said it about that chart. It's just, let Bitcoin have some class, man. Damn. Tino, how would you bet on inequality increasing? What instruments would you short or long? Tino, how would you bet on inequality increasing? I don't know, man. No one's ever asked me that question before. I don't know what to say about that one. There is no such thing as Bitcoin cycle, just a business cycle, which correlates with the halving. Maybe. Maybe that's true. Tina, when stock market crash? Okay, when stock market crash. Here we go. Someone's asked a really cool question. Bet on the inevitable. Okay, here is a stock market crash. I'll give it to you now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was a little bit of like sort of ASMR charting, whistle ASMR and all that. But that's my logic on the markets crashing. Why? Because as they've now broken this significant area here, the logic says that you're naturally expecting the market to try and recreate the idea of maybe buying the dip. And if they do end up buying the dip and then they end up trying to effectively try and bring price back up, retail will look at that as buying the dip. But when you take sentiment over here, you can see they're aggressively buying up. So that means that they're more than likely going to want to buy up a little bit more. Remember, Buffett and all the gang are currently big on cash. Okay. So the way the actual cycle will behave is it will then reverse to come back down again, test this low, and then something crazy will happen. Inflation will be like, hey, we're back here again, 3.5%, and then they bring it up to bring it back down again and clear this green vector candle down here, which in my opinion will be a very, 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 very good discount on a lot of assets across the board. And it's either going to be a full wedge bear market from breaking the 19K, or they come back down to this point, buy it at a discount, and then it shifts back up again. So, yeah, that's my logic. Oh, Gary. Yeah, Gary Stevens on equality. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. the guy who hates crypto. He doesn't like it. He's got a point though, man. You can't mess with it. His point about crypto. Bitcoin will crash hard when this will happen. Crypto Chris. What a guy. So I did jiu-jitsu for 20 years, okay? And I didn't use a tennis racket. I might have used one to smack someone in the face, but that's for another night. Ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect. I'll get my certificate and show you. So I'm not BSing you. I did that for a while. So if anyone in crypto wants a UFC fight, let me know. I am down for it. We ain't going to go to no octagon. We're going to do it out in the open. Why do you think I'm coming to Florida, man? I ain't coming to do no convention or meet and greet. I'm coming to fight. I'm joking. No, I won't mind a little battle. Anyway, just find me someone. I'm joking. No, don't. No, do it. It'll be quite exciting to see. I'm ready for a rumble. Anyways, with that being said, mad love and respect. And I will tune into you all tomorrow for Thursday. All right? Take care of yourselves, gang. Peace. I can get my ass kicked, man.